Hey guys, on today's tutorial we're going to show you how to change the bearing from SUV. This is pretty much the same thing for any USB and car out there. It's the whole bearing. So we're going to start just take out the wheel. You're going to see this. Then we're just going to take out pretty much almost everything that you see. That part's from the brake, so you have to take out the brakes. Then we're going to take out the router, and then that's it. Then we can just change the bearing. There's a lot of screws, so don't get them mixed up. Put them apart. Now you do have to put some pressure into taking out this part. Okay, so just wiggle it and put it on top, just so that it's not hanging. Then take out the brake pads. At this point you can check your brake pads if they're okay. From there's some screws that are harder to get to. As you can see them here, they're on the back and a little bit hard to get to, but you will have to do that manually, okay? So this job will take you approximately 30 minutes to an hour. If you know how to do it, it'll take you 30 minutes. If you don't, some screws might be hard, so yeah, it'll take you an hour. Once you take that part out, remember to be careful with it, okay? Put some lube, and then we're just hitting this part just to loosen it up because it was kind of seized and it wouldn't move at all. But after it moved a little tiny bit, then we proceeded to take it out. Now it was kind of hard because it was pretty much seized, so we put a lot of lubricant there, and then we were able to take it out. As you can see, finally went out. So that part would have to be the longest part that we took, just taking that out. Okay, so once you take that out, you're pretty much ready to go. There's only a few more screws that you need to take out from the back, the ones that you can see right now, and then just unhook the cable. Okay, so there's your cable. So just unhook it. Okay, there's a little metal part back there that you also need to take out, as well a little screw on the back that you can't really see that well in this video, but kind of notice where it is. So once you take that out, there's the middle part that just holds the cable. It's no big deal. Okay, so once that final is out, then you can actually just push it out. Okay, it might be harder, might not. Once again, this part is kind of hidden, so you don't need to take it out. So there we go. So that's the old one. Okay, that's the old bearing. We're gonna put in the new one. Okay, the bearing is pretty much the whole thing that comes with it. It's you're not just changing the inside of it, the bearing itself, but you're changing the whole thing. Okay, so when we want to change the bearing of an SUV, such as this one is a Buik 2006 rendezvouz, then you need to do that. So make sure to place, that's an old part from it. Okay, so place that. Now we're just gonna put it together again. You will be able to see a little bit better which screws we took out. Okay, make sure to run the cable through there. Now something that does happen with these new bearings sometimes, not all the time, is the cable that we just ran through it, that can snap. If if something's faulty with the bearing, the cable will snap. That's the ABS cable. If it does snap, that's under warranty, so you should take it back. Unfortunately, you have to take it out again and put in the replacement in again. But that happens to some of these bearings. Some of them came with the cable not properly placed with the bearings, so that's why they snap. Make sure to put that metal part that we took out back in its proper place. That's just gonna hold your cable once again. So you're gonna see that here. So once you place it there, it's just gonna hold it. Okay, it does no major, even if you don't put it, it's not a big deal. It's just gonna hold your cable. Okay, but it's not a big deal again. So just make sure you put it in properly. Okay, so see it there, you just have to put it in. Right? It's not a big deal. There you go. So once you put it in like that, okay, then we're just gonna proceed to place everything back on. Okay, so the rotor that we took out, we put it back in. Now we're putting the brakes, it's pretty much the whole process that we took out, putting it back in. Okay, so make sure it's aligned. You have to put both screws kind of at the same time. Don't just pressure one and do the other, because then the rotor will move, and you won't be able to get it in the middle. Like you just won't be able to get the whole screw in anyways. So you're gonna need to take it out and put it back in. So do both screws at the same time, kind of like we're doing here. After that, we just put in the brake pads. Now, if they're older brake pads, they'll be easier to put in. If they're newer ones, then it's gonna be a little bit harder, but they will snap eventually in. Okay, so that's the first brake pad, and we just snap in the second one. After that, you just tighten everything up. Okay, we need to make some pressure on this in order to get it in again. Okay. Make sure everything's tight, but don't make it too tight. If you make it way too tight, then you may seize or even break the screw. So, you know, make it as tight as possible, but don't overdo it, okay? You don't have to put your whole weight on the screw to get it nice and tight, okay? So you can see in this video, you can kind of see the pressure that we put into it. It's not too much, okay? So once again, that's just done with that. You don't need really special tools. Just get the right ones that you can see in this video. And that's pretty much it, guys. If you guys have any questions, comments, please right here below. And once again, if you guys have any problems putting back your tire or anything, always test drive your car before heading out again. And don't forget to be careful with this, okay? Always test it out. Just give yourself just around the block to see if everything works. Press the brakes a few times before you even head out, just to see the pressure's fine. And that's about it. Anyways, comments, questions here below in the comments area, and don't forget to subscribe and rate. Thank you.